The city was a shadow of its former self. A crumbling behemoth consumed by the relentless march of nature. Vines crawled up the sides of buildings, their tendrils snaking through broken windows like skeletal fingers. Trees pushed through the cracked sidewalks, their roots bursting forth like green geysers. It was a place where the laws of man no longer applied, where the strong survived and the weak perished. In this unforgiving landscape, a lone warrior named Kael navigated the ruins with a quiet confidence, her eyes scanning the horizon for signs of danger. It was on one of these patrols that Kael encountered a stranger, a hooded figure who emerged from the shadows like a specter. The stranger's face was obscured, but Kael could sense their eyes upon her, boring into her skin like cold steel. For a moment, the two simply regarded each other, the only sound the distant call of a bird and the rustle of leaves in the wind. Then, without a word, the stranger turned and vanished into the underbrush. Kael watched them go, a spark of curiosity igniting within her. Who was this mysterious figure? And what did they want? Kael's thoughts were soon consumed by the encounter, her mind racing with possibilities. She had been a warrior for as long as she could remember, fighting to survive in a world that seemed determined to destroy her. But there was something about the stranger that drew her in, a sense of mystery and intrigue that she couldn't shake. As she walked, the city seemed to grow darker, the shadows deepening into abyssal voids that threatened to swallow her whole. Kael's instincts screamed at her to be cautious, to trust no one in this treacherous landscape. But she couldn't shake the feeling that the stranger was connected to something bigger, something that could change the course of her life forever. Days passed, and Kael encountered the stranger again, this time in a deserted alleyway. The air was thick with tension as they faced each other, their eyes locked in a silent challenge. The stranger pushed back their hood, revealing a face that was both beautiful and terrifying. Kael saw the glint of steel in their eyes, a cold calculation that made her skin crawl. "You're looking for something," the stranger said, their voice low and husky. "Something that could get you killed." Kael's hand instinctively went to her knife, her heart pounding in her chest. "What do you know?" she demanded, her voice barely above a whisper. The stranger smiled, a cold, mirthless smile. "I know that you're caught in a deadly conspiracy, one that goes all the way to the top of this crumbling city. You're a pawn in a game you don't even understand." Kael's mind reeled as the stranger's words hung in the air, a challenge and a warning. She knew that she had to be careful, that one misstep could mean her death. But she also knew that she couldn't back down, not now that she had caught a glimpse of the truth. The confrontation that followed was explosive, a clash of steel and fists that left Kael gasping for breath. The stranger was a formidable opponent, their skills honed to a deadly edge. But Kael was no pushover, her own training and experience allowing her to hold her own against the stranger's attacks. As they fought, the city seemed to come alive around them, the buildings looming like sentinels as the wind howled through the streets. It was a battle that could only end in one way, with one of them dead, and the other victorious. But as the dust settled, Kael saw that the stranger was not her enemy. They were, in fact, a rival, a fellow warrior who had been caught in the same web of conspiracy. Together, they pieced together the fragments of a sinister plot, one that threatened to destroy what was left of the city. As they talked, the tension between them dissipated, replaced by a wary respect. They were not friends, not yet, but they had formed an uneasy truce, a bond forged in the fire of adversity. As they walked away from the ruins, Kael knew that she had found a new ally, one who would stand by her side in the battles to come. And she knew that together, they might just survive this crumbling city, and uncover the secrets that lay hidden in its depths.